The leader of one of the world's biggest drug cartels has been arrested in Texas. Ismael Zambada, known as El Mayo, was earlier charged by US prosecutors with conspiracy to make and distribute fentanyl, the drug that has been blamed for the US opioid crisis. Our correspondent in Mexico City, Daniel Pardo, has more.
So El Mayo was the founder, one of the three founders of the cartel de Sinaloa, the Sinaloa cartel, probably the biggest drug trafficking company in the world. He was 76 years old, and he had managed to be out of imprisonment, not to be detained for 4 decades in the business. So he was a big shot in this business. And there's certain things about his portfolio that are interesting. First of all, he managed to be out of detention because he had a low profile, which is very different to the culture of these dark lords. It is said that he never slept 2 nights in a row in the same place. And the other thing is that he was in charge of the operation that didn't have to do really with drug trafficking, but more with money laundering businesses. He had companies in the business of milk and construction all over Mexico. And he was kind of the most civil sort of leader of the Sinaloa cartel in the sense that he had really close contacts in the political and the policing system.
Okay, and so tell us a bit about the circumstances of this arrest in what looks like a sting operation.
Yes, he was looking to go to the south of Mexico in order to check on these clandestine airfields. The operation was was organized by an associate of his. But instead of taking him to the south of Mexico, he took him into Texas, where he was arrested. So the man who was able to, dodge the police for 40 years in the business, at the end was arrested because he was fooled.
And in terms of who he was fooled by, are you able to say?
No, not really. We don't have that information.
Say that again, sorry?
We don't have that information, really. What's really likely to happen, though, is that these people who were in contact with the U.S. authorities are going to continue to, talk and give them information. And the man himself, El Mayo, is going to start talking. This is the first time that he's going to be in contact with the authorities. So it's really likely that this is going to change things all over the Sinaloa cartel, but also those branches of the political and the economic system that are in touch with the cartel.
Yeah, and what happens, though, in terms of the legal process? Do you know what the timescale is of things or anything like that?
Well, we can think about El Chapo Guzman, the previous leader of the Sinaloa cartel who was arrested in 2017. He was sentenced to a life in prison in 2 years after in the United States. So that is likely the timing in which he's going to, be processed and, speak to the authorities in the United States.